Okay, back in the saddle again on the Action Pool Tour, and that we're at the Peninsula Billiards this weekend in Newport News, Virginia, for an 8-ball bar box event with 45 players, including 4 female players from the region. We have a very nice field of about 15 to 20 really strong players, and these are freshly covered bar boxes courtesy of Eric Moore, one of the best players in this event and the region. So here we go. I'm George Hammerbacher, voice of the Action Pool Tour, and Kenny Miller is on the break. This is a race to 6 on the winner's side, race to 5 on the loser's side. His opponent is a young man I've known since he just started to come to the pool rooms around Baltimore, Maryland, a gentleman named Clint Clayton. Kenny broke in a ball. This is a very, very nice place. Mike Richards and Bill Yates have done a fabulous job here. They have excellent food at Peninsula Billiards. They have 21 7-foot tables and have 5 4.5 by 9s, and plenty of room between the tables, almost 8 feet between the tables. It's very nice for the players here. The lighting is excellent. This is a real mecca. They show up for their pool in this Virginia. I can tell you that from my 5 years of being a voice of the Action Pool Tour. We have a tremendous following. Virginia is quite a pool state, but we've gotten some invaders from Maryland here, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. They all think that, they're all, a lot of them are threats. Kenny, in the meantime, Kenny Miller has a very, very routine looking run out here. He'll just shoot and stop here. Then he has a 13 in the corner and probably the 8 in the side pocket on the left-hand side of your screen. Kenny Miller draws first blood, break and run out, and takes a 1-0 lead over Clint Clayton. Again, I'm George Hammerbacher, voice of the Action Pool Tour, advanced level instructor, Professional Billiard Instructor Association out of Baltimore, Maryland, and going to give you the play-by-play and give you what I can give you. I've got a pretty good view of the table. Can't quite see what the player sees, and these bar tables have some tight angles, so you might have to bear with me somewhat, but 50 plus years of being around the sport, teaching since 1976, and Clint now is on the break. He plays regularly at a room that I occasionally go to in and around Baltimore, and crushed those breaks. All those balls are coming up the table. He nailed those balls. This is 8-ball BCA rules. Clint still has his option as to whether he wants to shoot highs or lows. He made 2 low balls on the break, but the low balls may not be that attractive to him. I think in the end, I believe he'll play the stripes, but because the low balls are sort of tied up with the 1 and the 7. I think he's going to play this. He's going to probably play might play the 13 ball. He could play the 11 on the combination if he likes. I'd have liked the combination. He would have fallen into the 13, 14. But now that 11 ball is going to be a bit of a problem for him unless he can get the correct angle. I would have played the combination and he'd have fallen into those balls up table there. Good shot. He got to the 11. If he gets to the 9, he's in good shape, but I think he's maybe just a little bit wrong. He's got to play the 11 in this position. He has no real choice if he can't play the 9. But as Clint tries to weave his way through this rack, that's a good shot. That's very nice. See, he'll come across the 11, but he's got to be careful not to brush the 6 too far down up table. That's ideal there. He gets to punch it over for those 2 balls all in the same pocket, 13 and 14 after he plays his 15. He should be in good shape for the run out in his own fashion. This is a little dicey because he's going to have to come off the front of that ball. Come off the front of the 13. And the double kiss, a lot of things can happen. They're close to the rail. He's going to try to roll off the front of it with inside English. But it was fraught with peril. He still has a play in the side, but he has he'll have a reasonable shot at the 8. He's getting his line of sight. Beautiful shot. It's going to play the 8 ball, lower right-hand corner pocket on your screen. All balls are called in this 8 ball game. One apiece.
Yes, sir.
No, I just was snapping my fingers on the shot. We have a lot of really great sponsors that I'm going to mention throughout this broadcast. Q Sports International, owners of BCA pool leagues, American billiard clubs with the American rotation, and the North American distributors of Magic Rack. A very, very fine product to keep the wear and tear off of your table, and at the same time create a good, solid, consistent break pattern. This is alternate breaks here, if you're wondering why Kenny is at the table even though Clint ran out. So now, let's see if Kenny has his answer. Well, Kenny came up dry, but we have this looks like an entirely different sort of an affair because these balls are kind of laid out funny. Might have a few innings in this particular rack, but beside Q Sports International, Ozzie Reynolds, our owner of the Action Pool Tour, is the CEO of that outfit. They run many top flight tournaments around the continental United States. They run the big extravaganza in Las Vegas, the BCA Nationals that have over 10,000 players descend on the Rio for 8-9 days of festivities. That was permitted. Clint played the combination when it's an open table. The individual incoming has their opportunity, or the player on the break that made a ball. The first shot off the break is okay. You can never use the 8-ball as a combination ball at any point in time, other than maybe the second ball of a 3-ball combination. Well, Clint's right in line. He might catch a piece of that 14 ball. But he's going to play the 1. And then the 6, I'm sure. 6 is tied near the 14 ball. He'll just probably roll this one in. This might be a better shot because he's going to be playing the 7 and then trying to play that 5 ball in the other corner pocket that he's shooting this one. Inside English, high right ball. He's going to try to come inside the 5. Which he did, but he has a sizable angle here. Might be able to put enough high left on this ball to do some business, but the 8's kind of in a tangled web, so it's problematical run out. Unless he can spin off the face of the 15. Like that. He's got lots of playing to do.
Early 8. Spotted win loss. He hit his ball and he knocked the 8 with the cue ball. So early 8.
I sort of like him playing lots of high left and coming into the 14 ball and hope to shake the 8 ball free somehow. Or he's going to try to get in the only one place that's any good for the 8 in the lower right corner. That was a pretty good shot. He's calling the cut. Very demanding shot. Jacked up over the 13 ball, or the 15 ball rather. But he'll catch a lot of that 10 with the angle he's on, and calling the bank. This is tough. This could be a key shot here. A good effort, but Kenny is at the table 1-1 and has a pretty attractive looking layout here. The 10 is going to be probably his toughest shot in the dead center of the table next to the 8. But if he clears these pockets of these balls here, he should be okay. His pattern is probably playing this ball and coming in between those two stripes to play the next stripe in the same corner. Spin it with a lot of like center right hand ball. Like that. That's a good shot. That's real representative here. He's gonna just play this ball and land on the 14 ball that's next to this one. Kenny came a little short on this ball. He'll probably end up having to play the 15 ball that's isolated up top last. He gets might play the 10 now. And 10 is still the puzzle. I think he was trying to play for the 10 ball off of that shot, but too far, a little. Got to play this ball now. But it's a little risky. Yeah, he's gonna try to get straight in on the 10. Which he did. That's as good as he could have hoped. He's actually got a better angle because he's fading away from the 8 a little bit. Might just shoot and stop right on the mark there. Yep. Kenny Miller 2, Clint Clayton 1. Other sponsors include Predator Cues and products. They make more than just high-tech shafts and low deflection cues, and they have lots of other products. Predator, a true giant in the industry. Viking cues, thank you so much, from Wisconsin. I lived in Wisconsin for a few years, and lots of people there swore by their Viking cues. We have the Simonis cloth. That's been around. They've been around since billiards began, basically, in the 1700s. World tournaments, world around, are played on Simonis cloth. I have Simonis 860 in my basement in my teaching facility in Baltimore. Stuff is great. It wears and wears and wears and plays true each time, every time. We have the Aramith billiard balls. They're playing with them right here in this event. And also a choice worldwide of discerning players. We have Kamui products. That would be chalk, tips. I had a player once offer me $50 for one piece of Kamui chalk. He was at the U.S. Open. I'd love to have been able to oblige him, but I didn't have my cue in case with me. I was just a spectator that week, and I was unfortunately unable to comply. But thank you, Kamui. We have Ozone Billiards. Anything you could think of, billiard game room wise, Ozone is there. We have diamond products, diamond tables, diamond fixtures. We have Tiger products. Thank you so much. And we have a couple of other sponsors, including Hasselman and Hunt Family Dentistry in Richmond, Virginia. And the next match we're going to feature on this TV table is going to feature one of our sponsors, East Coast Landscaping's president and owner, Lightning Larry Flager, is going to play the reigning women's state 10-ball championship, Meredith Lynch. We have our tournament director, Mr. Ray Walters, Rayman's Pro Shop, located at the gorgeous Diamond Billiard Room in Midlothian, Virginia. A very, very rabid and longtime supporter of the Action Pool Tour. Thomas Dorsey and his family. It's a wonderful room, great food, great service, great people. If I didn't live 160 miles from there, I'd wear that joint out. Ray is a top flight. He's a top flight cue repairman, and I believe he's starting to dabble into building cues from scratch. He was schooled by a couple of really, really good guys in the 1990s that built some fine cues down around Richmond, Virginia. And he loves the game, and your cue's in good care with Ray Walters, one of the few people I might trust my cues to. And last but not, well, maybe least, I don't know, it's me, George Hammerbacher, and a pool lifer. That's a nice hit from Kenny. He just has enough to take this one into the win column. Kenny Miller has a 3-1 lead in this race. This is a race to 6. Some very, very sterling play being exhibited by both of these players. A nice first match to get underway. Diamond Billiards in Midlothian, Virginia. Our next event is going to be at Sterling, Virginia, April 10th and 11th, Northern Virginia area, down Virginia 7, about 9 miles or so outside the Beltway. And the Bob Stocks Memorial 9-Ball Championship will be held April 10, 11, I believe, are the dates. And you can always check dates and details. I can't trust my memory for the dates, but the website will actionpooltour.com. Tell your friends about us, any of the pool lovers. All these matches will ultimately be on the Action Pool Tours YouTube channel, for further deliberation at a later time, if you couldn't catch the broadcast live. And other supporters of our tour include Q Master Billiards, the Berman family in Virginia Beach, just a cathedral of our great sport, 75 tables. Takes up about half or 3/4 of a shopping center. Good food, great service. Treat us like kings when they're there. They have a tournament room that's second to none. They have the same amount of space that we have between tables here, about 8 feet between tables. This place was really, the Peninsula Billiards is really thoughtfully laid out. Well, Kenny is sort of in a semi-dilemma. Gonna probably have to try to do something with his 1 ball. He makes it. That's the good news. The bad news is he's jacked up with a long shot, and that's sometimes very demanding. It was hard to hit that ball with some real precision. He wanted to stop it on the dime, but he has his 3 ball on this bottom rail right in the center dime, and the 8 hanging over the hole to the lower left. And his cut to the lower right corner might be a scratch. He might play this for this ball on the side and hope to get lucky and run into something and stay there. I don't know. He's in a tough spot here. His cue ball goes nuts if he cuts it in the side. I sort of like him playing that's what he's going to shoot. He's going to try to shoot it to his left, but he sees it going in the side. I know he doesn't like it. If he could get the 5 between those and play the carom off the inside of the 8. I don't know if he can get that far up the rail. He's calling it in the side. He does it with heavy heart. His cue ball's going bonkers. It's a real thin angle. I know he hates it. He's sort of like a kid getting scolded in class now for being out of line. I like him to play the 5, past those 2 stripes, and play the carom. But he's playing the side. Oh, now he overcuts it slightly. Didn't leave Clint a whole lot, but Clint's glad to be at the table looking at his combination shot there, those 2 stripes. He has a pretty good scoring opportunity here, save for that 10 ball. It's locked up on the 4. I might go past the 4 now, and if that's the case, it's good shot from Clint. He might have to play for the 15 now. Which he did. 11 in the side, 8 in the corner, and he's going to close the gap to 3 games to 2. Ideal. Some very good play here so far, folks. Clint is trails 3 games to 2, and he's back on the break. good match so far. Very nicely played match. Very few mistakes. Very, very well shot. And not all easy racks. Clint made a ball, looks like a ball of each group, a stripe and a solid, and he'll have a nice opportunity. I like the solids myself, since the 13-10 are locked up, and the 6 is in front of the 15. The 12 and 10 are nasties, and so I like the low balls. He's going to try to fade to the 2 in the same corner, I think. Has good opportunity here to tie this match at 3 apiece. This cue ball might not go too far. It might hit the 9 and just kind of stay put. It'll just hit and be spinning around. You might have to go forward and try to come around 3 rails. What he did, and bought himself a very attractive combination with the 6-5. It looks like it's sitting a little wide. His angle is a little funny, but I think he's okay. Real thin. I like him to play the 7 and go into the 8-12 and stick around for the 6. Shot that might backfire on him. He'd hit a little bit of right of center as he sees it. Try to clip the 8-12 there. Well, he hit the wrong side of it, but he might he's okay. Probably play the 8 in the top left-hand corner. Wow, beautiful touch. Nice run, Clint. 3 games apiece. Very, very well played opening match. This is a race to 6 and to halfway point. Both these players are both right on serve here. Kenny's pocketed a ball. Kenny has his option. He made a stripe on the break, and he has his option as to which one he'll choose. I'd say they're about an even selection. He might go with the low balls. They might be a hair more attractive, at least to me. Okay, well, he might play this 4-ball in the side pocket with a lot of real delicate low left ball and spin up to the 5-ball that's on the top cushion. He's got to hit this slow though, but spin it across the face of the ball. He can lose his cue ball on this shot if he isn't careful. Good shot. That's what I might have thought. I've seen him play a number of times, not on bar boxes, but he's a tough competitor. Kenny plays hard every shot. I always take a swing or two at him in Calcutta action because doesn't know me anything. That one hurt him. That kiss hurt him. He was trying to get to the 2-ball. And now he's got some serious pocket billiards to play. The 2 might be a scratch shot in the side. And Clint is always a danger to run out. So this shot has big value to him. He might play for the 6 to the short side. Come down and get a line of sight, just roll down, play the 6 in the lower right corner pocket on the screen. He's going to probably get a line of sight on it. It would surprise me if he did anything else, really. Oh, okay. He's going to play the 1 and drift to the 6 in the same pocket. He needed to maybe go a little farther than he did. It's hard to say what's going to happen from here. These are all tight, real tight little angles. Might play the 6 around now. And come to play the 1 in the side. That's a great shot there. 8 in the side pocket. A real tough run out from Ken Miller, and he's now back on top, 4 games to 3. Real good shooting, Kenny. Now Clint's got to answer off of his snap. Clint came up dry, a 15 ball set. No, he didn't either. He made a ball that went in at the speed of light, like he made the 9 ball. This rack looks like a Forrest Gump sort of a rack, like that box of chocolates. Some of them are tasty, and some of them are rough looking, to be sure. Kenny still has his choice until a ball is in pocket, it's pocketed and called. It becomes and remains what they call an open table. If the 8 ball goes on the break, the player breaking doesn't win, but has his or her option as to whether to spot the 8 and continue play, or gather up the ball and re-rack the balls, and the rules we're playing this weekend. Kenny fell on a 6 ball, it looks like. He missed it, but Kenny has low balls, and Clint is looking over his options, trailing 4 games to 3. Well, he might have to shoot the 15 now. If it goes in the side, I don't know. I can't see it myself. but it's not looking too cheery for Clint from here, though. This is, I'd like him to maybe bank this ball if it goes past the one. Might call it cross corner because you got a big pocket with the 6.
Thomas Haas. Thomas Haas. Charlie D. Haven. Table number 6.
Oh, he cuts it in the side. Lots of inside English, but might have to try to play the 13 rail first, which isn't such a bad shot, really. He falls good position on the 11, but then the 8's all tied up. Some wonderful play here. This actually, he might be able to get into that 3 ball off of this. Nah, looks like he's lost his toy. Okay, Kenny has ball in hand and good match here, very good match, well played. Lots of run-outs, a lot of real good play, very few mistakes. This is what Kenny does, he grinds it out. Got to play the 6 and 4 in the same hole. Got to get it off the rail a little straight too. He'll be playing the 8 from the side cushion. Kenny will be around the 2nd diamond. That's a very good shot. Kenny Miller has a 5-3 lead over Clint Clayton in this first round match. Outstanding shooting from both players really here. It was a tough scratch. It cost Clint a critical game. It would have been 4-4, and now it's looking difficult. Tables look like they're breaking real good, and we're getting nice enough layouts with this freshly covered cloth that His 8-ball can be real tough and a real grind if the table's not breaking too good. He sent him all upstream. Something fell off, but he's got a mangy looking layout here. 8-ball hanging near the corner pocket and might be frozen on the cushion or close.
Table 1.
The 2 is tough. Has very limited options. Made 2 low balls on the break. And play the 1 ball. He's going to take the 3 if he likes the solids that much. This is a fairly risky shot. Jacked up. He goes forward, he gets to play the 7 and the side with the 3, but there's lots of pocket billiards to be played from here. That 2 is sitting in a, looks like the Bermuda Triangle over there, in a tough spot where she doesn't bank or cut. Kenny's on the wrong side of that ball. He's entered the valley of the Guanchi there with the weeping and the gnashing of teeth. Representative try, but tough shot. Okay, well, looks like Clint has his opportunity to get a big game here and stave off a loss here in this match. He needs to get out and get back on his break shot. Problem with this one is he pushes the 9 towards that 6. If he plays at 12 or whatever that ball is next to the 9. Can't tell these new colors for nothing. 15 that is, I think. Might see. This sends that 9 towards the 6. I know he doesn't like it. No, he hit it real delicate. That was a good shot. Can't quite see what the player sees. He's in pretty good position now. Yeah, why he followed it was, well, that's going to cost him. That's the first real glaring error other than that scratch that Clint's made in this. He's just got to kick in the general direction of those stripes and just hope to get lucky. No, that's as good as he could have ever hoped.
Shot, baby.
That's as good as he could have ever hoped to land Kenny in that spot. Kenny doesn't even have a particular safety it seems he could come with here. Off the left side of it, he's going in the side pocket. This is fraught with peril. Going forward with the ball, even a chance at a double hit is. Yeah, I know but he can only shoot to his right. Left, like we said, is a side pocket. Oh man, he overcut that ball. What a hell of a try that was. He overcut that ball somehow. Come on, let's see if Clint can come with a shot now.
Go to table 2, Ken.
Good stroke. The 14 doesn't look like it passes.
Table 2.
Yeah, he'll come back 2 rails for the 14 top right corner. I think he's going back and forth. He tried to draw it, but it was looks like trouble. He's solid at Kenny. He's very, very consistent, and looks like it's showtime here. With that, Kenny Miller takes down the first match on the TV table over Clint Clayton by the score of 6-3. The Action Pool Tour will be back momentarily.
Meredith, TV table.
We have Meredith Lynch and Larry Flager coming to the feature table in a moment or two. Stand by and we'll be back for more on the Action Pool Tour.